Hi everyone, welcome to my third and final blog posting. It's about read-alouds, and I know we're supposed to have done one book, but there are four that I'd like to touch upon for different reasons. So the first one over here is called One Pup Sup. I love this book. I love the way it rhymes. I love how cute it is. Catchy rhyming and large illustrations. The font is in bold, it's rounded, it's very easy for young people to relate to, I believe, and it's easy for a whole class to see without shoving each other. I would like to read the first few pages and to give you a good example of how the flow of the book is. One Pup Sup. It's all about the day in the life of a group of puppies, a litter of puppies. One pup sup, two puppies tumble. Three puppies roll in a fuzzy puppy jumble. Four pups drink, five puppies huddle. Six puppies piddle in the middle of the muddle. And that it goes through the whole day. I think it's pretty cute. The only downside is that it's pretty short, so I would actually introduce it along with one other book, or at the very end of the day as dessert to fill in a moment. You can actually relate it to the roles of a puppy if you're doing the grade 1 social science. But I think, as Tina said in class, that might be pushing it, and it might not be as natural of a flow. I think it's just a nice dessert. I like this book for the fun of it. The other three, though, 1, 2, 3, can be related to the grade 1 social science in some way. There's two stories in this group of stories from Richard Scarry, the Please and Thank You book. There's the first one over here, At Home. It's called The Busy Day. It walks through the life of a character. It goes for 2 pages. The downside about this book is that the illustrations are small, and I just don't know if a class will sit patiently when they're not being given the visual stimulation that they could use. The other book, you know, they only give you 1 or 2 illustrations for 2 pages, whereas this one crams a few in. So maybe this is, the texts are rather short, but maybe it depends on the class more. So the story at the very end, Good Friends and Neighbors, is a nice way to think about your role within your immediate, your local community, what you can do to help out as a young person. This third one is just about some of the responsibilities that a young hippo has. It's a family unit, possibly of 2, and the young hippo is able to do many different things, and the dad always asks, "Oh, so how do you dress every day?" "This is how you get dressed." So it's the hippo's responsibility to know how to do things. At the very beginning of the book, it says that he's young, but he just seems to know a lot. So I think he's already in that position of being responsible. And see, I may be little, but I'm as smart as 2 8-year-olds. I'm so smart, I even show my dad how to do things, and he's a grown-up. So I think he's been given a comfortable level of confidence. He helps out as well in helping meals and taking care of himself, being independent, helping to water plants, and teaching his dad how to give a proper hug towards the end of the book, which I think is sweet. Sorry, did you want to see that again? Finally, this is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful book for the grade 1 social studies book. I hope I said social studies before. I've been saying social science by accident. The Great Big Book of Families. It is written in 2010, but it's very updated to be very inclusive. It says that traditionally families look like this, with a white picket fence kind of thing, and that now it could be just 2 people, it could be people with like 2 mummies or 2 daddies. Some have fostered children or adopted ones. Some are raised by their grandparents, and it actually is pretty realistic. It talks about how you can have a job or not. Like, you might be unemployed, or some people in your family might be unemployed. We talk about even that some kids are too young for school, or that won't go to school. I think it's a book that a greater number of people can relate to. I think that you could definitely talk to the class about how this book represents different families, what kind of families are out there. You can branch off in many, many different ways. I think if I had to choose just one book for my social studies project, it would be this one, to talk about the roles within a family. What is your role? And also responsibilities. What is your role as a brother, as a sister, as a baby brother, as a pet, or having a pet? What would you do? What do you need to do once new things or changes happen to you? What happens if somebody loses a job? What happens if somebody doesn't have very much money but wants to go away in the summertime because some people are on vacation? Any scenario, I think, can be opened up with this book. Anyway, thanks so much for your time. I hope you enjoyed my video version of the blog. Thank you.